All right, rock on, guys. Hello and welcome. Oh man, I'm trying to go live on Instagram, streaming for the first time. Hi. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. Just takes a second. All right, welcome everybody. This is our first sovereign sobriety of the new year. Welcome. So the addict and the self-worth wound is such a trigger. And if you don't know who I am in recovery. I just actually celebrated 8 years. So I speak from experience and I speak from my heart, and I want everyone to heal and live their best life, which equals believing humans. Okay, so I'm just going to really just talk out of my heart today because I feel as if that is the download that will come instead of me researching topics or that kind of thing. Sometimes that becomes a little bit uh, not authentic. So the deal with sovereign sobriety and keeping it real KK and believing humans is really getting to the core of what needs to be healed. The healing journey. Now in AA, it's all about the spiritual awakening, having a spiritual awakening. So I'm going to talk about the self-worth wound and the trigger. The trigger. So the trigger is, what is a trigger? The trigger is if I say something to you and you then in turn lash out on me and you maybe say some really unkind things to me because your self-worth wound was harmed. The wound, it was bruised your ego. So for one thing, the addict is living a lie, covering up the underlying truth of their life. On the outside, it might look pretty good, but the truth is, on the inside, they're hurting. They're possibly doing that definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, thinking it's okay to maybe pick up once or have half of a beer. And as I know, if you do have a problem, an addictive personality or wound where you are satisfying your lack of self love, self worth from things outside of yourself, then you'll keep it just gets spirals down. It spirals down. I've recently had experiences where, so I am a spiritual practitioner. I want the best for everybody. I'm in recovery. I want the best for everybody because I know where I was and I know where I am now. And I know that I never have to live that way. Thank you, God, Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Now, when I mention God, don't let it scare you. My God is energy, high vibrational energy. And we are all connected. Yes, we're all connected. And so, collectively, if we lift up our vibration, we're all going to live a little bit more harmonious. Okay. I love that word, harmonious relationships. Personally, I'm tired of dealing with relationships where, people are making me feel, are questioning my self worth. It's interesting because close people, my intention is to help. I want to help you. I want to help you. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't go live on TikTok. That's fine. This is an experiment. As this is an experiment, for the first time, we're going to fail. We're going to make mistakes. There's going to be glitches. Glitch, glitch, glitch. Like every day in life, there's glitches, right? Um, you hit every red light. You pick the longest line in the grocery store. I mean, seriously, life is full of glitches. We have to be able to roll with the punches. Yeah, punches, 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 punches. So let's talk about this self-worth wound and this trigger. Okay, so I'll talk about my story. I love to share a little bit about my story because I lived it. And yeah, so thank you for joining. You're coming into a little bit into the live because I forgot to hit live. So my story, and I can share it personally. I for a while there, I wasn't talking to my sister because I was supposed to be sober. And then when she asked me if I was drinking, I lied yes to my sister. So then I kind of like minimized any conversations with her because I didn't want to get stuck in like having to maybe be forced to admit that I'm drinking and admit that I'm basically living a lie and I'm not doing the things I should be for myself and my son and for growth and advancement in life, improvement. So I also used to live in lack and limitation. Oh, woe is me. I have lack and lack and lack and lack and lack. Oh, we can't afford that. Or I can't do that. That is not the way we're supposed to be thinking. So literally living and thinking in an abundant mindset as if it's already done, visualizing. Okay. So a lot of people like poo-poo the connection with a higher power or the universe or source. Like I said, to me, it's energy. It's high energy, high vibrational energy. And so my life honestly took a huge change when I started to plug into my spirituality, spiritual growth, spiritual journey. And everyone's is going to be different. We're all seeing it through different lenses. But the more that you plug into that type of material, affirmations. I mean, literally the newest one that I saw this on, I think, a YouTube short. I don't know who it was, but they said, wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, I love you 10 times. So I've been doing that. It's crazy little things like that. That, like, what's that song? Crazy little thing called love. Yeah, love yourself, self-love, self-worth. The self-worth wound equals self-love. So another addict friend of mine always gets so pissed off if I ever say something about, oh yeah, it's your self-worth. You don't have any self-worth. And so that triggers people who are living a lie, who are not willing to face their flaws, let's say, their disadvantages, right? For them to heal. So there's nothing more frustrating for me is when I'm trying to recommend, like, hey, maybe this is something to look at because, also, I mean, I know that I can help people. I've helped tons of clients go from like, feeling really down and depressed and changing their life, literally. So I changed my life. And if I could do it, anyone can do it. I'm not special. I'm not. And that's where Believe in Humans came from. So when was that? 2017, I think, or 2017, 18. I got to verify that. No, 2018, I think, is when it got like trademarked. But Believe in Humans. So Believe in Humans is a company that I started, which started off in t-shirts, and now it's all of a sudden it's like pressing on me that I gotta make something bigger with Believe in Humans because it's always in the back of my head. I'm always saying Believe in Humans, like, like we're super powerful and we're way much more powerful than we could ever imagine. So Believe in Humans. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. And that's one reason why I get in cold water. If I can do that, I can do all the other things that I have to get done during the day, and they're not as hard. So hey, everybody, whoever's on TikTok, if you want to share this out and have a little party over here, invite your friends, that would be groovy. Okay. So why is it? Let's really hone in. So the self-worth trigger. The self-worth trigger. It's growing up under some type of conditions where you were meant to feel you're not good enough. So that is like the core of it. feeling not good enough, not worthy. So I'm not good enough to live my best life. I'm not good enough to treat myself with complete respect and complete um, self care. I'm not good enough to eat healthy food. I'm not good enough to spend that time maybe looking for a better job that might fulfill my desires and really like fulfill my soul and my passions. So when it starts with the I'm not good enough and childhood, I get it. I've been there. I lived it. I've done this. That's one of my biggest wounds that I've had to heal is my self-worth wound. Hence the addiction. It was easier to cover up with getting intoxicated and blacking out or pretending to be somebody else through the beer goggles or whatever it is. I drank everything. So it was easier until it got really horrible, where my life was a lie, where I was basically waking up drinking. It got to the point where I was waking up and drinking like vodka or wine, and then drinking coffee, or to stop the shakes or to the nausea, to drink some alcohol in the morning. I would go to bed with like always like glasses of wine next to my bed and pass out. I would brush my teeth and throw up because that's how like so it just was never enough. It was never enough. It was never enough, never enough. Like nothing could actually soothe their addiction because the addiction is covering up the truth. It is covering up the hard part. So the hard part is to look at yourself in the mirror and to desire to want change. Because the definition of insanity, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, like, oh, it's New Year's, I'm not going to drink for, this month, or I'm going to stop drinking. And then you self-sabotage and you keep going back because it's a pattern, because it's comfortable. But you have to get uncomfortable. Watch why I do cold water therapy. Getting comfortable and uncomfortable helps you. It challenges you. It makes you stronger. Cold water helped me with narcissistic abuse recovery. So we heal. We heal. We don't have to stay in that low vibration and that low energy. So the high vibrational energies, love, peace, abundance, gratitude. So that is, in my opinion, if we're not growing, you're staying stuck and you're not living, you're not trying to reach like, the utmost potential. And, where is there, where does it end? It doesn't, in my opinion. Being a student for life, learning as much as you can, healing, taking responsibility for your actions previous to today, right? So that's like in AA or any of the 12-step programs, you take, you have to make your amends and you got to write your list of inventory and really take a hard look at yourself, like your shadow side, your dark side. We all have it. We all have it. So, like, for example, I put myself out here to the world and I'm going to get criticized and people are going to say mean things. And I have to like put on that armor to be able to take it, or to be able to look at myself, because I don't see myself, the way that they see me. So it's a reflection and helps me level up my game. So if somebody is trying to help you, and you're in denial and you want to stay where you are because your life is comfortable, but you're really not ultimately happy inside, then then usually that's where this trigger comes. And the trigger is the pounce on the person who most likely wants to help you genuinely in their heart. So until the addict, toxic person, whatever, I don't want to say no, until the addict is ready to finally seriously make change, then a lot of times they'll lose relationships. They will block people. They will say some really, really mean things to the other person. And it's really sad because we're meant to live harmoniously. We're meant to lift each other up. We're meant to help each other. We're meant to be like a community. So believing humans, that's the community, is the community of people who are lifting each other up, supporting each other, and raising their vibrations. So that's really my mission here on this earth, this earth and this body at this time period, is to really help people lift up their consciousness and live their best life. And so I had to go through some crazy 2 year, well, everybody did in COVID, but my 2 years after like COVID is when I had some serious healing to do, which a lot of people probably did. A lot of people got into very toxic relationships and they were stuck with that person because it was COVID. So that was like our person. And as like time has unraveled a little bit, for me personally, it's been a very, very difficult, challenging, spiritual growth learning process to heal from all the crap that went down during COVID. So it's like kind of nuts. But the thing is like, I'm human. I'm showing up to help people through my stories. They say like an AA experience, strength, and hope. I kind of lost my AA family during the time, during COVID and during the time I was in that very toxic relationship. And I ended up basically eventually having to disassociate myself, disconnect with my former spiritual center because of just the crazy stuff that happened. And I went through a lot of trauma. And I don't necessarily want to use that word, but really that's what it was. And so we heal ourselves for taking sometimes like radical action, and for allowing people to go if they choose, like to block you or to say mean things to you. That was by choice. So we have to understand that like we can't force anybody and we can't change anybody. So we have to let go, to have compassion, to pray, and to hope that if it's meant to be, thank you for the hearts, if it's meant to be, that it'll circle back and there'll be healing, to be done. So, I have like 5 people that I pray for their healing every single morning and night because I miss them. I know in their heart, in their true self, they're amazing people, but they're just kind of lost in that lost in the they're lost. They're lost. They're not found inside. The gems are inside. And so when they can find the gems inside and start to work on the self-worth. So it's self-care, self-worth, self-love. When you start to really put those priority oxygen mask on first, then is when things will start to shift and level up and people change. So I will say that we do recover, we do heal. And also, I would like to say that we attract all these experiences into our life so that we can level up and that we can heal and that we can ascend our vibration. All right. So if you guys enjoy this content, click the like, subscribe button, or follow. And this was a first Sovereign Sobriety podcast of 2024. And I have to confirm it, but I believe that I'll be going live on Wednesday nights at, what's good, 7 or 8? I think I'll say 8. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. and be consistent with that so that you guys can know when to jump on. Thank you, everybody, for your time and attention. Super grateful. Happy New Year, everyone. And know that We do recover, we do heal. You don't have to live the way that I used to live, by all means, and you never have to go there. And you're always loved. You're never alone. And sending you lots of positive energy and good vibes for the rest of the week. And again, see you soon. Bye.